Thank you.
Thank you for spending some time with us.
Thank you.
So, you're very famous amongst the cult fans for Clerks.
I maybe say, am I famous? I don't know.
I would say so. I would say so. And so, before I get into anything else, what was your experience working with like a very new and fresh Kevin Smith on something that I guess you guys didn't expect to be a huge thing?
Well, what I say is like we were all in the same boat together. We were, none of us had any experience as far as doing a film. Brian and I, we've done community theater together before that, but none of us had made a film. None of us knew what to expect. So we were in that same boat, paddling along and hoping for something great. And I think it surpassed on what we ever expected.
And that boat was like smack dab in the middle of the 90s.
Mhm.
And to me, I don't know if this is true for a wider audience, but to me that film is so quintessential 90s. It talks about, the relationship people had with their store clerks and the type of atmosphere that would be in front of the shop or inside the shop that may not exist today. Coming to Clerks 3, how do you feel that you're going to have to adapt your character to kind of match today's outlook on Clerks?
Well, the thing is, I've not seen the script, so I've not seen the script, so I don't know what it actually entails in any way. But, and even though it was in the 90s, or filmed in the 90s, I think Clerks is timeless because anybody who works a service job will get the same thing throughout eternity. I mean, it's like it's going to be those same things that are going to happen at any given service job. So I don't know that it needs to be updated because the way Kevin has been writing it has been his experiences from that moment when he's actually writing it. So I think it'll automatically just kind of fit in.
So, from Clerks, do you feel like that was really your launching point, or do you feel like it was more your theater background?
Oh no, it was definitely Clerks. But who would have thunk? And we didn't even realize. I mean, you can't. I always say you can't know what's going to happen with a film, even with your studio produced films, and unless you're making a superhero movie, it's they can expect and they might think that they're going to be a blockbuster, but that doesn't always happen. So I think that Clerks, once it hits Sundance, and we're being recognized on the streets, you just that's when you kind of like, wow, okay. And then once Miramax picked it up, it's like, oh wow, maybe something will really happen here. I mean, but still, it's you don't know how to take it because we didn't expect what did happen, but once that happened, we kind of were hoping for something else. That, I mean, I'm still pursuing acting. I don't make a living as an actor. I still work a day job, trying to make ends meet every month. So I'm not where I want to be, but I'm a lot further than a lot of other people who haven't done anything or just getting started or have been in a very long time and don't have the notoriety that I have.
If Clerks hadn't have happened, do you think you would have gone towards the theater route with your background?
Gosh, wow, I don't know. I'm sure I still would have pursued the theater. Would I have pursued it to Broadway or something like that? I don't know. I'm not a singer. I can sing, but I'm not a singer. I can dance, but I'm not a dancer. So I don't know. That's a really hard question to answer. I mean, it's hard to answer any question that, unless it's actually happening, you just don't know.
So speaking of superhero films, and we're at a superhero convention, if you were to be in one of these millions, probably hundreds, it's going to be hundreds, but superhero films that are out there right now,
Which one?
would you go? I know, it's a wide variety.
It is. It is. I guess it would have to be the Marvel ones.
Love the Marvel universe?
Yeah, yeah.
Any particular character or anything?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So how long have you been doing comic conventions as like having a table?
Well, I don't remember the first year. I mean, but I do remember somebody contacting me and telling me about this, and I'm like, wait, you're telling me that people will actually pay to get my autograph? I'm like, get out of here. I'm like, I even checked them out. They were saying that they knew certain people. I'm like, good. I know some of those people. I'm going to find out. And they're like, oh, yeah, no, this is the really thing. I'm like, okay, that's kind of okay. But my first one was in Florida, and I don't remember the year, but I can tell you that it was when the iPhone came out, the first iPhone. Because the last day of the convention, I was in the back and waiting to get my ride to the airport. Nathan Fillion is in the back, and he's on his little phone, and I'm like, oh, hi, is that the new iPhone? He's like, yeah, check this out. So, like, I have that, my little Nathan Fillion moment, but that's how I kind of know when I did my first convention.
So Nathan Fillion introduced you to the iPhone.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
So I was going to ask, did you realize the depth of the fandom for Clerks until you really experienced the convention experience?
No, I knew it before that. I did know it before that. Because, people would come up and they would tell us their stories and things like that. Then when I went to California, and I'd just kind of be walking around, it was, still pretty fresh. Back in '98, I moved to California. So not that much after Clerks. And I'd be walking around the mall with my friend. And at a certain point, after so many months, I'm like, is there just something wrong going on? Because it's like, why are people staring at me? It's like, do I have something sticking out or whatever, She's like, Marilyn, maybe they recognize you. I was like, oh. It didn't even dawn on me.
So how many people, when you're just walking down the street during the day, they're like, hey, Veronica?
Not that often. Actually, people don't recognize me as much anymore, but Brian and I were in White Plains, New York 2 weekends ago to a convention, and we were walking down the street, and somebody in a car driving by is like, hey, Veronica, or 37 or something like that. So it's like, so it happens occasionally, but, there's a purpose to it.
Well, we wanted to thank you so much.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
Thank you, guys.